Welcome to Gayatri Yoga, my friends. Today's flow, I would like to focus on our full body, and the special thing about it will be that we'll try not to use our hands. It's a wrist-free flow. If you have any wrist injury or you've been working out or practicing a lot and you need to give your wrist a little break, we'll try to engage, activate, and lengthen our whole body and feel great after the practice. We begin the practice from our knees. And as always, I encourage you to stretch your feet, curling the toes. The more you do it, the easier and more comfortable and more pleasant it will get each time. So you can elevate the hips if needed. So you can put the block and sit like this, a little higher, and you will still get the stretch. You can sink all the way, taking care of your knees. If you need to roll a towel and put it at the back of the knees, take a moment to tune in and observe how you feel. Connecting to your breath, connecting to your body, to the present moment. Letting go anything that doesn't serve you, leaving all the worries, all the unnecessary thoughts outside of your mat. You can still take care of everything you need to take care of after this practice. And while you are stretching your toes, begin rolling the chin down, stretching the back of your neck. And now rounding in your middle back and focus on drawing the pubic bone towards the ribs. And as you do it, you may get a little deeper stretch and maybe more length in your quadriceps. Drag the knees to the front. And now exhale, slowly uncurl, lengthen through the front of your body, taking the crown of the head over the spine. Exhale, begin rolling down, rounding your middle back, lower back, draw the pubic bone to the ribs and feeling little more sensations in your feet, maybe not. And now exhaling, slowly reversing. One more time. Begin rolling the chin down, lengthening in the back of your neck, rounding in your middle back, and then lower back as you draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. You're sending your vertebrae back, tucking the chin, and you get maybe more length at the front of your hips, the quadriceps. And now slowly exhale, return. Lean forward and uncurl the toes. You can tap the feet into the mat and rise up, taking your hips over the knees. And bring the palms at the back of your waist, supporting your lower back, your lumbar spine with your thumbs. Don't press on your vertebrae, and begin pushing the lower legs, the shin bones, the feet into the mat, sinking them into the mat. And now draw the pubic bone towards the ribs, forward and up, and find a gentle back bend here. Lengthen through the front and shoulders. You can roll them up, back, and down. Stretching through the front. And directing the hips to the front of the room. Keeping your glutes gently engaged. If your neck is bothering you, you can gently tuck it in. And now engage the core, the glutes. Begin slowly rising up. Lift the arms up to lengthen. You can grab your right wrist with the left palm. Lengthen through your right armpit. Sink the shins into the mat. And now draw the pubic bone forward and up towards the ribs. And begin reaching your arms, your shoulders to the right as you sink your right shin into the mat and draw the pubic bone up. Observe what's happening in your side body. Engage the core. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, switch. Grab the opposite wrist, sinking your shin bones into the mat. Draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. Engage the quadriceps, engage the glutes. Lengthen through your left armpit. Hinge to the right, and begin leaning as much as you can. Focus on volume on the left side. Breathe into the left side as you draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. Gaze up if you can. Breathe into the left ribs. Engage the core and glutes. Slowly rise up. Exhale, release the arms. Let the blood rush down towards the wrists. You can add a couple of circles with your arms. Waking up your shoulders. Moving your forearms, waking up your elbows, your wrists, shaking the wrists. And now bring the palms towards your low back one more time. Sink the shins into the mat. Draw the pubic bone towards ribs. Lengthen in your front line. Send the hips forward and push the hips up. And you're sending the shoulders back. And maybe this time the back bend is a little deeper. And maybe if it's not deeper, it's a little bit more comfortable. Engage the core, begin lifting your head, tucking the chin, engage the glutes, stack the shoulders over the hips. Release the arms. Now step your right foot to the front, keep your palms on top of the knees and sink the hips, stretching your left hip flexor, maybe your right glute. Everybody would feel different sensations. And now press your right foot into the mat, you push it away from you and engage the glutes, and it helps you to rise up and send the hips back, extending your right leg and you're folding over your right thigh. If your wrists are not bothering you when you put them on the floor, you can do that. If you don't want to put any pressure, you can have the palms on the thighs and balance. Inhale, bend the knee, lift through the heart, sink. Now push the foot into the mat, send the hips back, try move the hip and knee in one line, and now straighten and trying to keep your right toes on the mat. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knee, lift through the heart. Exhale, engage the core, connect to your glutes, your pelvic floor, extend your right leg, straighten, fold. Inhale, bend the knee, sink, and now rotate your left ribs to the right side, extend the arms. And you can flex the palms and do your best to do little circles with your arms and observe what's happening in your right shoulder as you circle the arms and the opposite side. And now when you're ready, stay rotated to the right, reach your right arm towards the back of your left thigh or knee, lifting your left arm up, finding this back bend variation. Engage the core, engage the glutes, and slowly rise up, stay twisted, bring your left forearm, bring your left elbow to the outside of the right knee and bring the palms together and find your twist and try to square the hips. And if it's not happening, you can have your arms extended, hook the forearm, breathe. Breathe into this side line of your body. Keep lengthening. And now you can add your quadricep stretch. Sink a little deeper. You can put some cushion under the left knee. Lift the foot and use the strength of your glute and hamstring first to bring the heel closer, and then reach the palm, the fingers, and reach the heel to the glute. And it's not about the depth, it's about the sensations. Wherever you are, if you are here and you feel a lot, then this is perfect. This is what we need. Slowly opening our bodies. You can use the belt or a towel. Inhale and exhale very slowly. Let go of the hold on the foot. And now rotate your chest to face the front. Press the right foot into the mat to lift the hips up, to stack the left hip above the left knee. And now drag your right heel slightly in for a 90-90 position. Rotate your left toes towards the right side. So you're rotating the chest to the left side of the room and aligning the right heel with the left knee, extending your arms. And now we are going to kind of fold towards the front foot and push back. And when you fold to the front, don't lift the heel. When you push back, don't lift the toes. Connect your whole foot. And as you drag the foot kind of to the back, you feel the back line of your right leg engaging. And then when you rise up, you push the foot to the front. 2, 3, breathe. 4, try to keep the shoulders over the hips and 5. Now lift your right arm up, lengthen, and now hinge your torso to the left and keep your front knee bent. And now lift your left arm up, engage the core. Lower your left arm down and up. Let's go for 1. Exhale down, inhale up 2, 3, 4, sink your lower left leg into the mat. 5, don't let your right knee collapse inward. 6, 7, 8, draw the pubic bone up. 9 and 10. Extend your arms to the sides and engage the core, the glutes, to align the shoulders over the hips. And now 5 more times. Move forward to the right and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly rotate your left toes towards the back of the room into your 90-90 position. And now lift the arms up, grab your left wrist, lengthen, and now draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. As you sink your lower left leg into the mat, you can put some cushion to feel the connection to the floor. Your right foot is under the left knee, lengthen, and now reach your arms to the right. Gaze up to the ceiling. Engage the core, slowly rising up. And now bring the palms towards your lower back. Keep drawing the pubic bone towards the ribs, lengthen, lift through the heart and find your back bend. Keep your front knee bent. Keep your core engaged. Engage the core and glutes, slowly rise up. And now sink the hips. You can move your right foot to the front to sink the hips a little lower. Keep your right palm on the right thigh. Inhale, lift your left arm up. You can gently lift the hips first. Lifting your left arm, lengthen, leaning back. And now sink the hips lower. Lean back, sink the hips, lean back, sink the hips, and find your back bend. Engage the core, lift your head and shoulders to neutral. And now rotate the chest to the left and prepare for your quadricep stretch on the left leg. Use the extra cushion under the knee. Be comfortable in your stretch. Engage the glute and the hamstring to lift the foot and reach it closer to the glute. And now see if you can find the foot with the palm. And as you twist to the left, you stretch the thigh. Breathe, observe the sensations. You can try to rotate the chest to the front, a little more challenging for your balance and a little bit more intense maybe. And if you lean back, you get a little more. So just explore. You don't have to take all the variations. Inhale and exhale very slowly. Release the hold on the foot. And now slowly curl your right toes. Sink the hips back a little bit, lifting your arms, and now lift your left knee up, finding yourself in your high lunge. Bend the left knee and now draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. Keep lifting your arms up, sending your left heel back. Find your balance, root the feet into the mat, and you're going to take pulses with your right thigh bending knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, engage the core. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay here. Now reach your palms right in front of you. And now you dip your left knee down and reach your right arm to the right and back and lift the left knee. And we go for 5. Twist and return to the front. Lift, dip, twist, return to the front and lift, dip, twist, return to the front and lift. One more time. Twist, return to the front and lift. And now we are going to dip the left knee down, extend the arms, and add a twisted back bend. And now reverse and lift. Dip, twist, back bend, reverse, and lift. 3 more times. Dip, twist, back bend, reverse, and lift. Last time. Dip, twist, back bend, reverse, twist the front, and lift. Now press through the ball of the left foot to move to the front into your warrior 3. Lengthen the left leg, square the hips. You can have your arms alongside your torso or reach them out to the sides if you have space, or to the front. Find your balance, find your focal point. And pulse your left leg up to the ceiling. 1. Engage your core. Try not to go into the back bend, just focus on engaging the glute. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now slowly rising up to standing. And squeeze your left thigh in towards the belly. And begin externally rotating the left hip. And you choose, you can take your tree pose, bring the foot, the sole of the foot to the inner right thigh, squeeze them into one another or maybe under the knee, or take your half lotus. Bring the top of your left foot on top of your right thigh and maybe stay in here. You can hook your left palm towards the left toes, lifting through the heart. Or you can even try to fold down in this half lotus, standing forward fold. Remember, this is just an option. If you were in your tree pose, you can stay in your tree pose, or you can do your regular forward fold, or your number 4 hip stretch. Slowly lift the chest halfway up. Keep your left palm on the mat. Shift the weight slightly forward to the ball of the right foot. And now find a little twist to the right. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Lower your right palm down. And now slowly begin moving your left ankle down towards the top of your thigh, towards the knee. Relax the ankle. And now begin squatting down. Slowly directing the knee to the front and maybe lifting the heel if needed, going all the way down into your squat. And now from here, you are extending your left leg to the front and hover. Pull your left thigh in towards the hip and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now bring your left foot in towards the right. Keep your feet together, open your knees out. Keep your heels together and direct the heels to the floor and sink and rest here for a moment. Breathe. Inhaling, begin lifting your chest halfway up and slowly stepping your right foot back, dropping the knee down and lifting the chest up, extending the left leg, pointing the toes and folding down into your stretch on the left side. Keep reaching the toes to touch the floor, root through the ball of the left foot, send the hips back. And try not to compensate. Sometimes when we unconsciously avoid the stretch, we move the hips to sides to compensate. Breathe. And now bend the knee, lift through the heart. You can have the palms on the floor or the thighs. Now push the left foot into the mat and move the hips in one line with the knee, with the foot, back and fold. Keep the toes on the mat. Inhale, bend the knee, lift through the heart. Exhale, push the foot back and fold to root through the ball of the foot. This side may be a little more challenging. Sink the hips, lift through the heart. Exhale, send the hips back and fold. Inhale, sink the hips, rising up. And now extend your arms to the side and focus on rotating your right ribs to the left side of the room. And find a twisted back bend, lifting through the heart. Engage the core, inhaling, rising up, and now hook the elbow to the outside of the knee, press the palms together to twist. Inhale and exhale, slowly release the twist, and now maybe sink a little deeper, get some cushion under the right knee and find your quadricep stretch. Use the strength of your glute and hamstring to bend the knee, bring the heel as close to the glute as possible, and now you can help yourself to reach the foot a little closer to the glute. Breathe. Inhale and exhale, very slowly release the hold, and now sink the hips back to get out of the hip stretch. And now rotate your right toes to the left side and align the left foot with the right knee, and left knee stays above the left ankle, so your hip is externally rotated, and maybe you will feel something here, especially if you draw the pubic bone up towards the ribs. Keep your shoulders over the hips, sink your lower right leg into the mat, and now begin kind of dragging the mat towards you. You will feel your inner left thigh engaging, and push to reverse. Don't lift the heel, don't lift the toes, and try not to move with your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now lift your left arm up, lengthen, and you're beginning to hinge, and try to keep your head in one position, like in one line with your spine, so don't lean it to the left ear or to the right. It's kind of hard. Keep drawing the pubic bone up towards the ribs. Keep your left knee above the ankle. Don't let it collapse inward. Engage your inner left thigh. And now lift your right arm up and down. Up and down. 3. Engage the core, engage the glutes. 4, 5, 6, 7, sink your lower right leg into the mat. 8, 9, 10. Now extend your arms, keep them parallel to the mat, and engage the core to reverse. And now kind of fall into the towards the left leg, and now push back. Fall and back. Fall and back. 3, fall and back. 4, fall and back. 5. Now slowly rotate your right toes to the back of the room, and you're finding yourself in your 90-90 position. Left ankle is above the knee, and the right hip is above the right knee. Sinking your lower right leg into the mat, lifting your arms up, draw the pubic bone towards the ribs, feeling your quadricep in front of the hip, the belly lengthening. Grab your right wrist as you lengthen. Inhale and exhale, begin reaching your torso to the left, maybe gazing up to the ceiling, and observe how it feels in your quadricep. Focus on sinking your lower right leg into the mat. Engage the core, inhale, rise up. And now slowly bring the palms towards the low back, staying in this position. Draw the pubic bone towards the ribs, focus on lengthening through the left side. And maybe your right hip would want to turn to the right to avoid the stretch. So square the hips and draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. Bring the palms to the lower back. As you lengthen through the front, you're leaning slightly back, finding your back bend variation. Keeping your front knee bent. Engaging the core, inhale, slowly rising up, and now sinking the hips to the floor. If you need to, you can move your left foot slightly to the front. And now keep your left palm on the thigh, lifting your right arm up. So you are not sinking all the way yet, like halfway. You'll lengthen your right arm up, Reach it up, lengthen through your armpit. Feel this line stretching as you draw the pubic bone towards the ribs and lean the shoulders back. And now you sink and lean a little more back. Sink, lean a little more back, sink, maybe a little more. Finding your variation of this pose. Holding yourself with your left arm, controlling it, lifting through your heart to the ceiling. Engage the core, lift your head, engage the glutes, align the shoulders over the hips. And twist your chest to the right and prepare for your quadricep stretch. So if you need to sink a little back, move a little back to release the front hip after this back bend, you can do it anytime. Adjust yourself, take breaks, and if you feel that there is too much pressure on the knee, put something under the knee and begin reaching the heel to the glute. Engage the glute, the hamstring. Grab the foot with your palm or towel, with a belt, and begin reaching the heel to the glute. And wherever you are, breathe. This is your expression of the pose. And you can play with rotating the chest to the front. It's a little more challenging for the balance, more intense. The stretch moves a little bit. And maybe leaning back. Inhale and very slowly exhale, release. And rotate the chest to the front. Curl the right toes. You can sink the hips back to loosen and release here. And now lift the back knee up and rising up. So from here, bend the right knee, draw the pubic bone towards the ribs, and now send the heel back. Feel nice stretch here, engagement, and lift the arms up. And we're going for 10 pulses. 1, find your balance, send the right heel back. 2, engage the glutes. Squeeze your inner thighs. 3, 4, engage the core. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now lower the arms and reach them to the front. Reach the right knee to the floor, and now twist, reach your left arm back to the front and lift. Pulse it down, twist, keep sending your right heel back to the front and up, down, twist to the front and up, twist and to the front and up. Last one, down. Engage the core, twist, don't let the hips move. To the front and up. And now we are combining with our twisted back bend. Dip it down, twist, keep sending your right heel back, lift your right arm up, reverse and to the front, lift slowly, square the hips, down, twist, lift your right arm up, back bend, reverse to the front, lift, down, twist, back bend, twist to the front, up. Last one, down. Keep sending your right heel back, square the hips, twist, back bend, reverse and to the front. And now press to the ball of the right foot and transition into your warrior 3 variation. Again, you can bend the knee to release the hip flexor, and now push the heel back, find your balance in your warrior 3, find your variation with the arms, and pulse your right leg, engage the glute. 1, 2, 3, push your right heel back. 4 and 5, and now slowly rising up, compress your right thigh in towards the chest. You can help yourself with the palms, and now slowly begin externally rotating the hip, move the knee back and out, and find your variation, either your tree pose, lifting, growing the arms, or bring the top of the foot on top of the thigh, drag the knee down, and you can reach your right arm back and maybe find your right toes You can stay here, or you can begin folding down. In your half lotus, standing forward fold. And this is just an option. You can have your right palm on the mat and begin twisting to the left, reaching your left arm up. Maybe getting up to the ceiling, a little challenge for your balance. Engage the core, try not to compensate with the hips. Exhale, lower your left arm down. And now, if you were in your tree, you can transition into your number 4. If you're in half lotus, just slide the foot down. Bring the palms to the floor and begin reaching the left knee to the front until you feel the compression at the front of the ankle. And now lift the heel and squat down. And now begin extending your right leg and don't let it fall to the floor. Use the strength of your hip flexor. So you're extending and putting your thigh bone in and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the right knee, bring the foot down. You can open your knees, keep your heels together. Direct heels to the back of the room, and you're lengthening and resting here. Breathe. And now you can stay here, or you can do this little challenge for your balance. Keep your right palm on the mat. Keep the base of the wrist lifting. Lift through your right armpit. And your left arm is threading and reaching for your right ankle. You're folding down, tucking the chin. And now you're pulling yourself and kind of threading the head under the right elbow. And you're sending your right sit bone back. And maybe you'll find some length on the right side of the body. Inhale and exhale, slowly release. And I'll do the opposite side and compare both sides. Your left palm is reaching for your left ankle, using the strength of your bicep to pull yourself under the left. And observe how it feels on the left side. For me, the left side feels a little bit more tight. Very nice stretch coming from the hip bone on the back through the left side. Breathe into that area. Inhale and exhale, slowly release. Gaze to the front and begin sending the hips back, lowering the heels, lengthening through your arms to the front and descending the hips down. Bring the palms to the floor and compress your thighs towards the belly. You can help yourself to lift and compress. And you can use the palms for support, or you can reach them to the front. Squeeze your inner thighs, connect to your core, and begin extending the legs halfway, finding your half boat. You can play with extending one leg and bending the opposite. 1, 2, 3, lift through the heart. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now return to your half boat. Squeeze your inner thighs. Maybe straighten the legs. Inhale and exhale, bend the knees and slowly extend the legs and prepare for your forward fold. You can reach your arms up or to the side and begin folding down wherever you are. Inhale and exhale, compress your belly to the thighs, engage the glutes, engage the core. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, return to seated. Bend the right knee. Bring the foot to the groin and drop the knee out to the side. And keep your sit bones in one line. Lift the arms and fold over the right thigh. And breathe into your low back. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, you can hold onto the foot and bend the foot, sliding it in. Grab your left foot from the outside with the right palm. First twist, rotate the right ribs to the left. Keep your shoulders over the hips. And now begin extending the leg, finding your twist. You can reach your left arm back. Inhale and exhale slowly. Bend the knee. Bring your left foot to the outside of the right thigh. And descend your left sit bone to the floor and twist to the left. Inhale and exhale, slowly release. And now move your left foot slightly to the front, finding this kind of free form Gomukhasana stretch. So maybe the knees will not be stacking. Just observe how it feels. Maybe elevating the hips. You can fold, lean to the front. Inhale, slowly lifting the chest up and release your left foot, extend the leg, lift the right knee, extend, point and flex the foot, and switch sides. Bend the left knee and drop the knee down. Keep your hip bones in one line, lengthen, and exhale, folding over your right leg. So the left knee may be a little higher. And observe where you feel restricted. Is it the inner thigh? Is it the outer thigh that doesn't allow you? Or is it the bones, the way your bones are? This is your expression of this pose. Breathe into your lower back. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, you can hold onto the foot. If you're not able to hold onto the foot, hold onto the shin and help yourself to slide the foot in. With your left palm, grab the right foot from the outside, grow up tall, and rotate your left ribs to the right and begin extending your right leg. Keeping your shoulders over the hips and crown of the head over the spine. Gaze to the back of the room. Breathe. And you can even play with kind of, as you twist to the right and back, you can flex the foot and direct the thigh to the left. And maybe you will get a little more sensations, especially if you roll the knee to the left. Just play, don't force, don't push. It's not a must, it's just for you to practice your curiosity, to see how it feels if you do this or do that. Explore your body. Inhale and exhale, slowly begin bending the knee and begin reaching the foot to the outside of the left thigh and descend your right sit bone to the floor first. Lengthen and find this twist. Breathe. Inhaling as you grow up tall. Exhaling, twisting. Inhale and exhale, slowly release. And now you allow your right knee to fall and the left foot is moving to the front, kind of finding a larger knee angle for the left leg and finding your variation of this pose. If the hips are kind of feel crooked, you can elevate the hips or put something under the left hip and begin folding down. So this side may feel a little bit more tight. So there is no like rigid expression of this pose. It's just an exploration of our Gomukhasana. It's like Gomukhasana plus double pigeon. You try to have the shins parallel, but they're not stacked on top of the other. And observe how it feels and where you feel it. Inhale, lifting the chest halfway up. And you can lean slightly back and free your right leg. You can extend and shake the legs, relax the ankles. And after your forward folds, find your reverse tabletop. Lift the hips, engage the glutes, lengthen through the front line, roll the biceps out. You can drop the head if you wish. Inhale, lift your head back to neutral, and exhale, begin bending the elbows, direct them to the back of the room, direct lowering the hips down, bend the knees, and roll to your back. Draw the pubic bone towards your ribs and massage your sacrum and each and every vertebra into the mat. And as you breathe, feel your ribs expanding into the floor and feel them pressing into the mat, massaging your back. Bend your right knee, extend the left and twist to the left side, releasing any leftover tension in your back line. Inhale and exhale, slowly release and switch. Extend your right leg, bend the left and twist to the right and gaze to the opposite direction. If the right knee is touching the floor, that's great. If it's not touching, that's also great. You can have the block under to feel more relaxation, or just let it hover. You can play with extending the leg and observing how it feels. Inhale and exhale, slowly release. Bend the knee and across. You can bring the palms at the back of your hamstrings and gently rock, massaging your back. And roll all the way into your plow. And you can stay here, or you can bend the knees, bring the palms towards the middle back, and now begin lifting the knees, align the knees over the hips, and then press the feet together, extend the legs, stack the feet over the hips. And making sure the weight stays in your shoulders and not your neck. Inhale and exhale, slowly lower the legs and begin rolling out one vertebra by vertebra at a time. Bring the arms closer towards the ribs and place the palms towards one another, so as if you're preparing for your fish. And begin rolling out, compressing your thighs in. And now you're lowering your hips on top of the palms, lowering your legs down, pointing the feet, and then rising up into your fish. Lifting through the heart. If you feel comfortable, you can drop your head and press your forearms into the mat and roll the biceps out. Maybe you get a little deeper stretch in your shoulders. And breathe into your throat. Feel the throat area expanding. Breathe into your heart. Let your heart release all the heaviness, all the worries, all the stress, all the negative past experiences. Inhale, lifting your head back up to neutral, tuck the chin. Engage the core. Begin drawing the pubic bone towards the ribs and moving your elbows away from one another and press your lower back into the mat. Bending the knees, releasing the palms. You can shake the palms. And slowly extend your legs, palms facing up, finding your shavasana. And scanning your body to make sure each and every part, each and every cell is completely relaxed.